Hey everybody, this is Gigoku7. Welcome back to more Pokémon Stadium. In this episode, we're going to be taking on the Cinnabar Gym with its gym leader Blaine. Now, let's get started. Some difficult trainers up ahead, and let's pick the team that we're going to be tackling them with. Now, in this team, you have a choice between two options. You can either go for the Nidoking, that I have right here, or you can go for the Kadabra. Nidoking you use when in the third battle you expect a certain electric type Pokemon to be sent out, and Kadabra you use if that particular Pokemon is not sent out. Instead, something like an Alakazam is sent out. Like in the previous episode, there was an Alakazam. We had a certain way of dealing with him with Kadabra. So that is your choice, whether you want to go for the Nidoking or the Kadabra. Alright, now, it's a fire-type oriented trainer. We want Cloyster. Now, Cloyster has a ridiculously good defense, so he can tank some very great hits that are going to be used. And he also has Self-Destruct himself, which is useful against a certain Pokemon with a very high HP and a very low defense. Who could that be? Now, we also want some electric-type Pokemon. Electrode, Zapdos, and Jolteon should be able to do the job combined. And then Electrode also has Self-Destruct as well, in case you need that. And then also we have Articuno for some Grass-type Pokemon and some other typed Pokemon. So, that is the team that we're going to be using. Let's get started. Now, we know the drill with this type of trainer. It's a trainer where all of its Pokemon know Focus Energy, and this entire team is focused around that. The Pokemon that you want to use are Articuno, Cloyster with its ridiculous defense, and Jolteon for the backup in case of Scyther. But he can also take on Machamp, Primeape, and Raticate just fine, so let's get started with the first battle.
Here comes the first opponent. An easy victory should be within reach.
Let's see, Nidoking. Focus Energy, Takedown, Surf, and Earthquake. So it can't do much against Articuno, however it is able to survive at least one Ice Beam. So it can do a pretty strong takedown with a high chance of critical hitting. Alright, let's just continue with the Ice Beam. Now, Nidoking has a very, how do I say that, rigorous animation for when it uses things like Takedown and Body Slam, which I like.
What will the next Pokemon be?
Alright, next Pokemon, Raticate. Let's see what you got. Focus Energy, of course. Double Edge, Hyper Beam, and Dig. Now, with the Hyper Beam, it could deal a lot of damage. But I don't think we can one-hit KO it. No. I'm expecting the Double Edge, but maybe able to do a Hyper Beam. That's probably a critical hit knowing Raticate. And that's a lot of damage. Let's see. Nidoking is dealt with, but Marowak can still be sent out. That is why I'm going to be picking Jolteon. Will Double Kick finish it off? I don't think so. I'm just gonna go for the Thunder.
Here it comes! Thunder! That's a good hit! Wow! Going down! There's only one Pokemon left in reserve.
Alright, Marowak. Now, I think the best option is to just use double kick now. Let's see, Marowak, you have Focus Energy, Double Edge, Earthquake, and Hyper Beam.
What now? There, it's a hit. It's getting pumped up.
So that did little damage, but I don't think we have anything else to do with Jolteon. I just want to chip away as much damage at Marowak as possible for Cloyster to finish it off. Alright. Cloyster, please finish it off now. I think Aurora Beam will do the most damage. Yeah, Clamp is a low power move, but traps the opponent in a vortex. Attack power down. Alright, so if it doesn't critical hit on the next move, that will do less damage. Critical hit, however, Cloyster, of course, has a massive defense stat, so he survived that perfectly fine. Alright, that's the first battle over with, and just a portion of the challenge that we're going to be facing. Now, this trainer is quite interesting. All of its Pokemon know Explosion. Maybe one knows Self-Destruct instead of Explosion? No, all know Explosion, not Self-Destruct. The team that you want to use are ones with Substitute. So, of course, Zapdos. And then you want Pokemon with high survivability of Explosion, so Nidoking is a good option, and in case the last Pokemon is something like Golem or Executor, you want Articuno. Now this trainer will use its Explosion to the fullest, so be careful. But let's get started. Alright, Executor, it really doesn't have any good moves to use against Zapdos, so I'm just going to use Substitute, anticipating it using Explosion. Alright. I find it weird that during the explosion sequence, you know, with the giant burst, Zapdos pops out of its Substitute but doesn't get hit by the impact of the explosion. That's just weird. This one will often also use Explosion. I haven't seen it not use Explosion on the second Pokemon, so that's why I did a Substitute in anticipation. Now the last Pokemon, of course, because of the rules, doesn't use Explosion. It just fights head-on. Now this Gengar knows Bite, Skull Bash, Confuse Ray. I was anticipating the Bite, that's why I went with the Substitute. Alright, let's get Thunder to hit. We need about 3 hits, or 2 with a critical hit.
Here it comes. Thunder. Oh, the
Alright, a miss. That's fine.
intense battle continues.
Can I go for another substitute is what I'm wondering. Huh. I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it, because I think Bite is going to unleash, and that'll break the substitute. That's why I'm going for another substitute now. Alright, 1 HP, that's perfect. I haven't actually used substitute so many times in a row, so I was a little in doubt whether I could do it 4 times. Alright, Zapdos just hit that thunder this time. Really now? Oh wow, the substitute didn't break. I did not anticipate that. Though Gengar doesn't have the greatest attack stat. And Zapdos, are you really doing this to me right now?
There it goes. The substitute was used up. Savage attack. A decent hit.
Good.
Neither one
Too bad it's too late now. You're going down, Zapdos, in this turn.
is building it.
Or not, if it uses Skull Bash again. I find it weird that it never went for the Confuse Ray. And a critical hit now. Zapdos, you are one troll. Now, the next battle is the one I'm dreading. Now, this trainer is where the choice really came in, whether you want to use Nidoking or Kadabra, because as in the previous episode, this trainer is a Psychic and has, just like Sabrina, an Alakazam, which is very difficult to deal with. However, it also has a Magneton that it can use, and when it uses that, then Nidoking is a great asset for your team. However, if it doesn't use Magneton and instead goes for the Alakazam, then Kadabra is the best asset for your team, because Kadabra can deal the best with Alakazam. So, if you anticipate Magneton, use Nidoking. If you anticipate Alakazam, use Kadabra. I went with the Nidoking this time. And the team that I'm going to be using, hoping for the best of luck, is Jolteon, Nidoking, and Electrode. Alright, let's go.
It's the gym's third opponent. The gym leader is waiting right after this.
Alright, Slowbro. This one's quite dangerous because it has Amnesia, Psychic, Surf, and Earthquake. Now, it could go for the Amnesia, but it could go for the Earthquake.
Oh, the attack missed. It pumped up its special rate.
Alright, so it now has doubled special stat. A doubled special stat, so our only way to really win is to get critical hits now. Critical hit, alright. And that is a KO from full HP. Nice.
What will the next Pokémon be? Oh, it's Poliwrath.
Alright, Poliwrath. Let's see. Submission, Hypnosis, Surf, and Psychic. We just want to continue using Thunder to deal with you.
There's the attack. Whoa, looks like a bad Pokémon choice.
Of course, not a KO from full HP. Will double kick finish you off? I don't think so. That is why I'm going for the Thunder.
Here it comes. Thunder.
Alright, your last Pokemon. I'm really dreading if this is Alakazam.
Difference in the number of reserve Pokémon. Oh,
Starmie, alright. That is a little easier to deal with. Starmie has Swift, Hydro Pump, Hyper Beam, and Thunderbolt. And of course our Jolteon is faster than it, which I'm so happy about. Oh god. Now it's going to use Hydro Pump. Yeah, that... Jolteon should have survived that, but if it was a critical hit, he wouldn't have. Come on, Jolteon, come on. Great. Alright, Electrode should be able to take it over from here. However, I'm going to first throw out Nidoking, hoping that it could KO it with the Earthquake.
the remaining Pokémon stock is 2-1. The combatants are making sparks fly.
Of course, I knew that it had to recharge a turn, that is why I picked Nidoking. Because, Electrode's Thunder would have been less accurate, and I wouldn't have liked missing that a few times in a row. That's why I went with Nidoking. Alright, Blaine can be quite annoying to deal with, because you don't really want a full water-typed water-typed team to deal with him, because he also has the Chansey, and he also has the Tangela and Parasect, which can be annoying to deal with, especially Chansey. Now, to deal with Chansey, you have Cloyster, who has Explosion, and to deal with Tangela and Parasect, you have Articuno. But to deal with the Fire-type Pokemon, you really gotta bank all of your... you gotta bank everything on Jolteon. So, the team that we're going to be using is Cloyster, Jolteon, and Articuno. Alright, let's get started. Alright, let's get this battle started.
The leader of Cinnabar Gym is a fire.
Alright, Chansey.
Lightly and you'll get burned.
Yeah, the announcer is correct. Against Chansey, you just want to use Self-Destruct. Sacrifice Cloyster for the greater good.
Major damage.
Alright, we got a really bad damage roll. Cloyster can do a lot more damage. You want to try to finish off Chansey with Jolteon's it's a double kick. Hope for good damage rolls. Alright, that is perfect. Alright, now you gotta hope for some good Pokemon that you can easily deal with. Charizard can be quite a problem. Alright, Parasect. Jolteon can't deal with you, that is why we have Articuno. Parasect has Stun Spore, Slash, Mega Drain, and Double Team. Chansey, in case you wanted to know, Fire Blast, Soft Boiled, Minimize, and Ice Beam. Alright, Parasect has a low base speed, so its Slash doesn't have a 100% or like 99.6% chance of critical hitting. It's not guaranteed at all for Parasect. Alright, please miss this. Okay.
There's a big difference in HP.
Okay. This won't do any damage at all. However, I'm worried if the last Pokemon is Charizard right now. because I want Articuno to at least get a hit in.
There's only one Pokemon left.
Now, what are your last Pokemon? Probably Magmar? Charizard, okay. Charizard, Articuno can survive one flamethrower from it, and then do an Ice Beam back. If you want to win, you need that Ice Beam to at least be a critical hit. No! Okay. It all depends on Jolteon now.
How's that? It's doubly effective. Oh! Is it down and out?
It all depends on Jolteon now.
We're down to one Pokemon aside. There's nothing left in reserve. There's just one Pokemon.
Okay, we need Jolteon's Thunder to critical hit.
Is coming right down to the wire. Ah! Perfect.
Alright. No! Please survive this earthquake, please.
Super effective.
Alright.
An exchange of heavy blows. The Pokemon is backing down.
I think Double Kick has a higher accuracy, and that should at least do 2 HP per hit. So I'm going to go for the Double Kick. Please hit.
There it goes.
Alright.
Yes.
Nice! Good job, Jolteon. And good job, the rest of the team. Cloyster did its job, Articuno did its job, and Jolteon really shined at that last moment. Okay. That is 2 episodes recorded in one day. I am so happy about that. It really helped my mood out. Whew. Cinnabar Gym battle, clear. And we have one more tower remaining. Receive the key from Blaine and open Giovanni's tower. Next time on Pokémon Stadium, we're going to be taking on the Viridian Gym with its gym leader, Giovanni. This has been Goku7. See you guys next time.